Stop number 9 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the shortest and the slowest of the short tracks on the season. As we're here at Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia, as we're here today for the running of the STP 500. As we are set for 75 laps of action on this racetrack, we had a couple of good short track races on this so far. Had a great finish at Bristol. We had a kind of a WTF finish at North Wilkesboro to some extent, but even though the pole sitter went on the lead every lap in the race. But anyway, but nonetheless, this is a new race today. We're here at Martinsville Speedway here today for the 9th stop of the season. And the third straight on the short track, actually, as we'll go. And for the next race on the total, head from the shortest and the slowest at Martinsville to the longest and the fastest at Talladega Super Speedway, which is next on the tour. But here's the starting line for today's running event. On the pole, it is Jesse Turner in car 27. I think it's his second pole of the season, too, in the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. He'll be alongside Joshua Collard in car 43, the bumper-to-bumper Auto Values Toyota. Second row has Zachary Fitzwater, the winner at Bristol this season in car 39, the Mobile One Dodge, and two-time winner Kyle Matthews in number 24, DuPont Chevrolet. Third row has the Sonic Chevrolet, car number 29. It's Charles Sanford, and the winner at North Wilkesboro race, Jessica Shelton, in number 17, the Lyco Chevrolet. Going to row number 4, it's Johnny Gardner in car 22, the Discount Tires Dodge. And number 36, Carter Friesen, the Stanley Tools Pontiac. Next row down has car 38, Nathan Hudson, the Great Clips Toyota. And Jay Jefferson, car 88, the Navy Chevrolet. Next row down, Gene Sanford in car 21, the Reese's Chevrolet. And the Racing for Jesus Chevrolet, car number 89. It's Quentin Moore, one of our in-car cameras in today's event. The next row down has our second in-car camera, Cole Deaver in the Oreo Chevrolet car number 3, and Keith Batson in car 32, the White Rain Ford Thunderbird. Next row down has the winner at Texas this season, Chris Dalton in car 23, the Stacker 2 Chevrolet, and William Brock in car number 4, the Geico Chevrolet, is alongside. Next row down has Eli Bright in car 15, the Oakwood Homes Chevrolet, and Cat Basson, the Track Gear Ford number 9. Next row down is Levi McIntyre, winner of the season at Richmond. He has our third in-car camera in today's event, and he'll be alongside Joshua Osborne in car 33, the Jimmy John Chevrolet. Here, McIntyre scores the fastest in all Ford, by the way, not Chevrolet. Next row down has Matt McIntyre in car 37, the Timberwolf Pontiac, and the Sprint Chevrolet car 45, and Mike Becker. Next row down has Dylan Young in car number 2, the AC Delco Chevrolet, and Henry Sanford in car 57, the Ore-Ida French Fries Chevrolet. Next row down has car number 34, Trey Wright in the Gould's Pump Chevrolet, and number 87, the Bell's Mobility Chevrolet of Dion Moon. Next row down has Sky Combs in car 62, the South Point Hotel Casino Chevrolet, and number 44, the Shell Pontiac of Vince Almarego. Next row down has number 99, Benny Watson. He'll be alongside James Henry in 74. Next row down has Elijah Gordon, 66, the Duraflame Dodge, and number 63, Lysol Pontiac of Diego Yepes. Next row down has car number 12, Mitchell Collins, and number 10, Simon Bloomfield. Next row down has number 14, Benjamin Miles, the winner of the season at Darlington, and number 7, it is Zach Winkle alongside. Next row down has Aiden Shepard in 00, the Aquafresh Pontiac, and the Ryan Brommer in the GMAC CarQuest Chevrolet, car number 5. Next row down has Ashlyn Boyd in 18, and Rob Evans in number 8. And starting shotgun the field will be Bobby Frazier in car number 1, the Yellow Transportation Dodge. So far,
gentlemen, start your engine!
that's the way to get things going. Commands will get in the party engines here at Martinsville Speedway. So the field rolls out. 7 winners in the first 8 races on this, as I was going to say. We had 7 winners in the first 8 races of the season, and so 7 cars already entered into the Winston All-Star race at Charlotte, which of course it's time to see who all's in it here in as far as race winners this season. Of course, 2 of our winners this season were past champions in the series, by the way, so which they're automatically qualified for the All-Star race. Field comes off corner number 4. The field being landed in the hands of Jesse Turner as the green flag is out and the STP 500 is on at Martinsville. We talk about how demanding Bristol is as far as short tracks are concerned, because Bristol's a half-mile high-banked racetrack at 36 degrees. This track is a half-mile and 12 degrees of banking at Martinsville, but its distinct feature is that you got long straightaways and very short hairpin turns. So out of the short tracks, this is probably definitely one of the most demanding, because as far as the car is concerned, because this track is hard on 2 things: engines and brakes. And as you'll see on some of our in-car camera footage, obviously you'll see what we're talking about. In-car cameras again be carried today by Cole Deaver, Charles Sanford, and also be carried by Levi McIntyre. So, as see Charles making a pass on Johnny Gardner coming off turn number 4, and you're on board Charles Sanford's car right now, and you'll see right now what we mean by about this track. Not quite as high revving on these in Cup physics, it seems like, at Martinsville, as opposed to the to CTS physics as we were using last season. See the RPM's down to about 4,500 in the middle of 3 and 4, and now across the start-finish line, and up to about 8,750 in the middle of 1 and at the end of turn number 1. So you see why we say this track is hard on engines and brakes both, because you're going so fast in Australia. And in case of Jesse Turner, he goes into turn number 1 about 120 miles per hour and down to about 66 miles an hour. So you're losing down about almost 60 miles an hour from the in Australia into turn number 1. As far as this track is concerned, Jesse Turner is the leader of the race. Second position is Zachary Fitzwater. Collard is 3rd. Matthews 4th. Sanford right now runs in 5th. Jessica Shelton 6th. Johnny Gardner 7th. 8th right now is Nathan Hudson. Gene Sanford's running 9th. 10th is Keith Batson. Carter Friesen's 11th. 12th is Cole Deaver. 13th is William Brock. Jay Jefferson 14th. 15th is Levi McIntyre. 16th is Eli Bright. Cat Batson 17th. 18th is Joshua Osborne. 19th is Quentin Moore. And actually, my mistake, Quentin Moore actually has our 4th in-car camera, so we actually have 4 in-car cameras in today's event, so that's a first for this series, I would imagine. But Chris Dalton runs 20th. 21st is Dylan Young. 22nd is Matt McIntyre. 23rd is Mike Becker. 24th right now is Trey Wright. 25th is Sky Cummins. Elijah Gordon. 26th, Benny Watson's 27th. 28th is Henry Sanford. 29th, Mitchell Collins. 30th is Dion Moon, as he's gotten past Aiden Shepard. Shepard is in 31st. Benjamin Miles, 32nd. 33rd is Ashlyn Boyd. 34th is Bobby Frazier. Simon Bloomfield, 35th. 36th is Midside Morego. Then James Henry. Rob Evans. Zach Winkle. Diego Yepes. And Ryan Brommer's the last place car at the moment. Sets the field as they run at the moment here at Martinsville Speedway, as you have Motor Oil Companies first and second at the moment, Castrol GTX in first, and Mobil 1 in second. At the moment, Zachary Fitzwater has a win this season. He won at Bristol this season. In that thrilling finish with Chris Dallerton down to the wire at the Food City 500. But Jesse Turner's not won a race in several seasons. I think going back to since season 16, I think, when he last won. I actually had to look back on that, but Joshua Collard, he's not won in a while neither. Kyle Matthews, quite the contrary. He has won twice this season so far. Not only did he win of course, started the season by winning the Daytona 500, and of course he also won a thrilling race down in Atlanta this season as well. Charles Sanford's in fifth position, still yet to win a race this season, but he's got a long season left to go, so Sanford's got a good enough car that he can possibly do so here. Maybe today, we'll see. Jessica Shelton, she finally broke through the victory lane this season. She won it when she dominated at North Wilkesboro in the first Union 400 in that event. Shelton going for her second victory in a row. She's running in sixth position at the moment. Johnny Gardner running seventh at the moment. He's in one of the few Dodges in the field. Inside with Cole Deaver in car number 3. He runs in 12th position trying to catch Carter Friesen, running in 11th at the moment. There you see Cole's tachometer right there, up to, let's see how far he gets up to. We saw Charles Sanford go up to about 87.50, and Cole at about maybe not quite as much, about maybe 8,700, maybe 86.50, something like that. Actually, he does get up to 87.50 actually on the tack. Now from inside Levi McIntyre's car number 60. As he's trying to pass Jay Jefferson. Jefferson running in the 14th position. McIntyre running 15th at the moment. Driving the Carl Edwards Special. He drove this car to victory at Richmond this season. And not far behind McIntyre is Quentin Moore running in 18th position as we ride with him in the Morgan Shepherd colors. And Quentin only up to about 8,500 in the turn number 1. So you see the driving styles of some of our drivers from our in-car camera footage right now, and they're very close together right now, running 12th, 15th, and 18th at the moment. Joshua Osborne, as we said, in 19th position. Chris Dallerton rounding out the top 20 at the moment. No battles brewing on the track, strangely enough, here at Martinsville Speedway so far at the moment. They see all the cars go by. And Jesse Turner has caught the 5 car of Ryan Brommer, so lap traffic starting to become a factor here at Martinsville Speedway. And still a long ways to go this time, Bobby. The completion of only lap number 25, so we'll have 50 laps to go in this event. Getting his way past the 5 car of Ryan Brommer. Brommer, you remember, was ran side by side with Charles Sanford in the last few laps in the last time he was at Martinsville for the second race there. He was side by side with Charles the whole I think last 20 25 laps of that event though, and for a lap car that was a very strong car. Of course, Brommer had high hopes this season moving to that number 5 GMAC Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, and that car has been kind of off pace the last couple races. Turner now closing in on the 63 car of Diego Yepes and the 7 car of Zach Winkle. Checking the fastest laps of the race so far, 3 cars at over 94 miles an hour. That would be Zachary Fitzwater, Jessica Shelton, and Jesse Turner. Fitzwater the best at 94.172, Shelton at 94.162, and Turner at 94.041. Collard, Becker, Sanford, Matthews, Gardner, Brock, and Deaver rounds out the top 10 fastest laps of the race so far. But Turner's opened up to a rather substantial lead right now at this point over as he's got a 1 second advantage. Well, actually, just now chopped the .88 now. Excuse me. But he's got a lap car between he and the second place car right now, and about a 4 second developing right now between Joshua Collard and Zachary Fitzwater as they go through turns 3 and 4. Collard's got that bite off that 4th turn though, but Fitzwater's staying alongside of him at the moment. Comet is trying to figure out who he wants to go with, and I think he's going to go with Collard. So Joshua Collard was in the second place right now, and Kyle Mendes now moves Fitzwater up the track, and Fitzy goes up to second position, drops to the 3rd spot, maybe even 4th now. And meantime, Jessica Shelton going by the 29 of Charles Sanford. Shelton usually runs very well here at Martinsville, and as does Sanford too. Sanford, as I said, won the last time we was here. And Fitzwater's gotten back by Matthews, but Matthews up on the back bumper of that Mobil 1 Chevy. Or Mobil 1 Dodge, excuse me, as they come off turn number 4 and turn number 1 now. And actually, Chevrolets are actually chasing the Dodge actually at the moment. Running 4th, 5th, and 6th. As they're all trying to get by the 5 car, Ryan Brommer, who is slowing this pack of cars down. Joshua Collard's gotten by the 5 car, and now he's close up in the back of the 27 of Jesse Turner at the moment. As Turner's having trouble getting by the 63 car, Diego Yepes. And Collard is closing up though at the moment though. It's now down to 39 hundredths of a second between the front 2 cars. Jesse Turner still is stuck on the pack bumper of that 63 car. He's having so much trouble getting around that car. But Collard is right there though. That 43 car, he has pulled up almost to the back bumper of the 27. So several of the leaders having trouble getting by lap cars here at Martinsville Speedway. That's been what's going on right now. As we're now completing the 39th lap here at this race. Actually, yeah, we completed now 39 laps in this race. We have now 36 to go. So we're past halfway home here at the STP 500. And now Turner, I thought was going to go to the inside of the 63 car, but he is not. So Diego Yepes is making it hard on Jesse Turner at the moment. They do say catching him's one thing at Martinsville, but passing him's a whole nother story. And now Turner now goes up underneath the 63 car. See what happens in the turn number 1. into turn number 3 to come here, and Yepes now moves to the low side of Turner, trying to unlap himself. As Turner now has Yepes in between he and Collard. That's what he needs right now at the moment. Plus, Collard now has a lap car between he and this third place car of Fitzwater. Fitzwater now gets by the 5 car of Ryan Brommer, as Turner now gets by the 7 car of Zach Winkle, and here comes Collard trying to make a 3 wide right there. 3 wide is not what you want to do at Martinsville. As Yepes goes on the track, he lets Collard by. He's about to let Fitzwater by. And as far as that 5 car is concerned, Fitzwater and Matthews have both gotten by Brommer, but Charles Sanford's now the one hung up behind the 5 car at the moment. Sanford running in 5th at the moment. Shelton in 6th, and Sanford moved up the track. Here comes Shelton to the low side, and let's see what happens. Happens on the backstretch here between the 29 and 17 cars. And Shelton floors the throttle of her Chevrolet, and she gets by Charles at the moment, and that's it. So 5th place changes hands for the moment, but now Johnny Gardner wants to take 6th away from Charles Sanford as he moves inside now. Chevrolet on the outside, Dodge on the low side. And Johnny gives Charles the bumper and got him. And now Johnny once more, though. He's got 6th position. Now he's going to try to take 5th from Shelton. Got 2 lap cars in between places 5 and 4 at the moment, so it's going to be hard to try to get by them right now. So you got leaders scattered all over the place. And Jesse Turner has now picked off Vince Almarego to put him a lap down. So far, 37 cars are still on the lead lap, but Jesse's picking them off, though. We'll see see how many remain on the lead lap at the end of this race. But Jesse Turner has been robbed of victory so many times since his season 16 victory at Watkins Glen. That was the last time he ever won a race in this series, and he would love to break that victory drought. But he has now moved up the track a little bit. Now Almarego looks to the low side. Collard staying right with the 44 car, though, just here, because, I mean, so Turner's now trying to figure a way to get around the 74 car of James Henry. Shelton now looks to the low side of Ryan Brommer, trying to lap him as they come off turn number 4. Charles Sanford still runs in 7th position. 8th and right behind Charles is his sister Jean Sanford, and so the Sanford siblings, well, 2 of them at least, they're right there together, the 29 and the 21 cars. Charles running in 8th, and Charles running in 7th, I should say. Gene's in 8th. And now Gene Sammer meanwhile trying to hold off the 38 car of Nathan Hudson. Hudson's in 9th, and 10th position is Carter Friesen. He's gotten back by Keith Batson. Batson's in 11th. 12th is William Brock. 13th is Jay Jefferson. 14th right now is Cole Deaver. Levi McIntyre 15th at the moment as we look in the rear bumper cam of Deaver's car. Back at Cole Deaver's car from 14th position and McIntyre trying to move to the low side of the track here. That's for 14th spot. Got the Dale Jr. colors against the Carl Edwards colors. And the Carl Edwards car moves by in here, and now they're bunching up ahead of him right there as Keith Batson's gotten around several cars here. He's gotten around, or gets around the 38 car of Nathan Hudson. So Hudson's been knocked out of the top 10 at the moment. Meantime, Jay Jefferson's getting by William Brock. Just under 20 laps to go now here at Martinsville Speedway. And now Jefferson wants the 11th position from Hudson. And now McIntyre's going to follow through with this pack of cars right there. And now Quentin Moore looks low on Cole Deaver. That's 15th and 16th. As you see the Morgan Shepherd colors looking to the low side now. Moore running in 15th position at the moment. It's a pretty good run with that machine. Meantime, right now, this time by will complete lap number 60. We'll have 15 to go at Martinsville Speedway as Bobby Frazier is now the next one to be under the lap gun. As Jesse Turner now tries to get by him, and Turner, whoops, slipped up the track again at 27 car. You ought to be careful with that. We've seen quite a few people slip in turn number 1 though, and that's it's either cost people races or almost cost people races. I'm kind of thinking Turner's car maybe a slight bit little loose. I'm not sure, but there is Collard running in second position at the moment here, and good news for him, he's got He's got 2 lap cars between he and third place. That's Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater right now trying to hold off Kyle Matthews. Fitzwater in third, Matthews in fourth. Yepes Yepes a lap down in 40th position. In the meantime, battle for 5th right now between Jessica Shelton and Johnny Gardner. And may throw in the Sanfors in there as well, Charles and Jean, and as they are running 7th and 8th in the moment. And Shelton off a little bit loose in the turn number 1. She about completely missed the first turn. And now Gardner looks along the track as he goes to turn number 3. But Shelton hammers that throttle and says, "Nuh-uh, Johnny, that's my spot." But meantime, Charles gets loose by his sister, actually, as a matter of fact, as Gene moves underneath Johnny for the... Gene moves underneath Charles, I should say, for position. But Charles says, "Nuh-uh, Gene," and he keeps his spot on the track here, 7th position. Charles got loose in the turn number 1, and boy, Gene pulled up right to the inside of him, and I thought it was going to make a pass right there for position. But meantime, speaking of getting looser, and whoa, Matthews just got Fitzwater loose in the turn number 3. Fitzwater up the high side, Matthews to the low side, 3rd spot at stake. And Kyle Matthews goes by, so 3rd position now for Kyle Matthews. I tell you what, Matthews' average finish so far this season is just absolutely mind-boggling. He has finished no worse. I don't think he's finished out of the top 10 this season, believe it or not. So Kyle Matthews having a pretty hot start to the season so far. The man who won the season championship in season 21. Or season 20, I should say, excuse me. He was a season 20 champion. Matt Deaver won it in season 21 last season. But getting into that lap traffic at Martinsville, though, that can a lot of times that can get your car a little bit loose in the turn, and you completely miss the turn, and all of a sudden you go from what position you're in to losing a couple 3 spots. But meantime, Jesse Turner right now, he has now going to be coming up for 3 laps to go this time by. Trying to get by Simon Bloomfield in number 10 as they come through turn number 4. 3 laps to go for Jesse Turner. He goes to the low side now to try to get past the 10 car. He will do so with ease. He's now got 2 lap cars between he and the 43 car of Joshua Collard. But for Collard, this is still a solid run he's having so far here. And up the track he goes right now in that 43 car. Well, I was going to say for Collard, it's been a solid run he's had so far. About the most solid he's had all season long, I believe. But they come to the start-finish line. It'll be the white flag this time for the Castrol GTX Chevrolet out of Bruco Motorsports. Jesse Turner sees the white flag. He has 1 lap to go in the STP 500, and Turner up the track he goes. Trying to put a lap on the 14 of Benjamin Miles, but I wouldn't be forcing the issue if I was him at the moment, though. But he pulls to the back bumper of him. It's not going to make no difference right now. So off the 14 he comes. Jesse Turner wins at Martinsville. Jesse Turner breaks his long winless drought he's had going back a few seasons to Watkins Glen. I think it was about maybe 5 seasons ago. I think it was what it was, but nonetheless, he takes the Casey Atwood towards the victory lane here today at Martinsville Speedway. Dominates the event, averaging 92.282 miles per hour. Joshua Collard comes on 2nd, Kyle Matthews 3rd, Zachary Fitzwater 4th, Jessica Shelton 5th. 6th place will go to Johnny Gardner. 7th will go to Charles Sanford as he holds off his sister Jean for that position. Jean comes on 8th. 9th position will be Carter Friesen, and 10th to Jay Jefferson. So 9 races are in the books on the season here as we have completed 3 straight races on the short tracks here. And Jesse Turner punches his ticket in for the All-Star race at Charlotte by winning this event. Rest of the finishing order for you here. Keith Batson comes home in 11th. Nathan Hudson 12th. Cole Deaver 13th. Levi McIntyre 14th. William Brock 15th. Quentin Moore 16th. 17th will go to Eli Bright. Joshua Osborne 18th. 19th Cat Batson. Chris Dollerton 20th. 21st will go to Mike Becker. 22nd, Dylan Young. 23rd, Matt McIntyre. 24th, Trey Wright. 25th, Sky Commons. 26th will go to Elijah Gordon. 27th, Benny Watson. 28th, Henry Sanford. 29th, excuse me. 29th position will go to Mitchell Collins. 30th, Dion Moon. 31st, Aiden Shepard. 32nd will go to Rob Evans. Benjamin Miles, 33rd. 34th, Simon Bloomfield. 35th, Ashlyn Boyd. 36th, Bobby Frazier. Then James Henry, Vince Amorego, Zach Winkle, Diego Yepes, and Ryan Brommer were the last finishers of today's event. And several guys retired out of the race. I guess they rage quit this race. I don't know. But anyway. Actually, I don't know that for sure. But Jesse Turner gets his first big win this season as he dominates the day at Martinsville Speedway, caution free, as we said, averaging just over 92 miles per hour. And as we have completed 3 straight races on the short track, as we said, we go now from the shortest and the slowest at Martinsville to the longest and the fastest at Talladega Super Speedway for the Winston 500 next on the tour. Always an exciting event Talladega is. You can bet on that. Here, anyway, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got interesting gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel. And please be sure to check out the Last of Us Light series, Pizza X series, and Hershey's Cup series, and the Coors Light Truck series as well on this channel, as well as the Skittles Super Speedway series is also also going on as well. And also coming soon to the series as of this recording of this video, the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series that will be done by Seth himself, and also Michael Norman's Budweiser All Pro Series is available and is also going on his channel as well. So be sure to check the series out as well, and of course to subscribe to, and of course to keep up with the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. Be sure to subscribe to Thrash Maniac 99. He's the guy that does his channel. He's the guy that does that series. And of course, it's Levi McIntyre himself that does the Marvel Studios All Pro Series. Again, that's Thrash Maniac 99 is who you need to subscribe to keep up with the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So the best race offline series you'll find is under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those races out. So that will do it today at Martinsville Speedway. Congratulations again to Jesse Turner, the winner this season, the winner of the STP 500 for National James Qualls from the production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best, and we'll see you at Talladega.